All right, in this video, we're going to find the area of a trapezoid. And remember what a trapezoid is. It has one pair of parallel sides and one pair of non-parallel sides. And your trapezoids come in all different fun varieties. And remember, these are your bases, and these are your legs. So in a trapezoid, the formula for the area of a trapezoid is base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. Okay, so let's look at a question and let's find the area, shall we? Okay, so we'll keep this here. I'm going to draw a trapezoid because I'm just a trapezoid drawing expert. And we're going to make it real simple. Okay, so this is a trapezoid, one pair of parallel sides, your bases, one pair of non-parallel sides. Let's say this is 20 centimeters, and let's say this is 32 centimeters. And then again, that word height. Height is always the perpendicular distance. When you want to know how high you are, if somebody measures your height, you're going to stand straight up and down at a perpendicular 90-degree angle to the ground. You're not going to lean sideways like you need a V8. You probably won't get that reference if you're younger than 30. So anyway, you have 20, 32, and that's the height. And I'm going to give you the height as 5 centimeters. So let's find the area of this trapezoid. Area equals base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. So what I'm going to look at here, my two bases are 20, 32, my height is 5, and then 2. So 20 plus 32 is 52. So I have 52 times 5 divided by 2. So that's going to be 260 divided by 2, which is going to be 130, and that's centimeters squared. So that is the area of your trapezoid. Again, we added the two bases, 52, multiplied it by the height, which is 5. That gave us 250, 260 divided by 2, which is 130 centimeters squared. And that's how you find the area of a trapezoid. Now, you're not always going to be given all of the pieces that you need in a trapezoid because this is geometry and we're cruel like that. So let's draw another trapezoid. Okay, pretend like I can draw for a minute. Imagine that these are parallel, okay? Because you know how terrible I am at this. All right, let's say that this is 10 meters, and we'll say that this is 6 meters. And we're going to do this. We're going to make this a right angle. I am so sorry, guys. This is terrible. This is a right angle. This is 6 meters. The whole side here is 10. And so this is, let's see here. I'm thinking. Let's say this is 8 meters. I cannot find the area here without doing the Pythagorean theorem to find the height. So let's look at this. The top, if I make these right angles, which is what the intention was, and imagine that that's not there. If those are right angles, that means if the top is 6 and the bottom is 10, this would be what? 4. Now I can use Pythagorean theorem to find the height. Okay? So I'm going to do, remember the area is base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. But I want to do the Pythagorean theorem. I'm going to pull this triangle out. That's my height I'm looking for. That's 8. That's 4. Okay. So this is actually a 30, 60, 90 triangle if you look at it carefully, but you may not know that. So we're going to actually do 8 squared minus 4 squared equals h squared. So 64 minus 16 equals h squared. So 48 equals h squared. And then what do I do to both sides to find h? I take the square root. And once I take the square root of 48, that's going to be 4 square root of 3 equals the height. So my height is 4 square roots of 3. How did I get that? Well, 48 is 16 times 3, right? 3's prime. That's a perfect square. Do you remember that? What's the square root of 16? 4. Square root of 3 is square root of 3. Okay, so that's my height. So now I can plug in. So I have area equals base 1, which is 6, plus base 2, which is 10, times height, which is 4 square roots of 3, over 2. So I have 16, this is going to be 16, times 4, which is 64. So I'm going to end up with, I'll use a different color so you can see it. You'll come over here, 64 square roots of 3 divided by 2. And then what can I do here? Reduce. So 32 square roots of 3 meters squared. That's the area of my trapezoid. So that's how you do trapezoids. And don't draw them like this because that's ugly.